Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi guys. This is a comparing and contrasting between Animal Farm and the Chrysalids, both novels taught to grade 12. As you know, comparing we are finding similarities between two things. Contrasting we are dealing with the differences. Okay, so comparing. The setting of both is like a rural area in a semi-primitive farms. So this is the similarity. We'll not talk about other details because this we will have in the contrast. So in both of them you will find the farmland, people working in agriculture. The characters have a period of secret activities. In Animal Farm, the secret activity period was for the animals to prepare for the rebellion, was for the pigs to teach themselves to read and write and other things. On the other hand, in the Chrysalids, the telepathic group, of course, has this secret period or secret activity all the time because they communicate with each other, excluding other members of the society. Now, if we talk more about characters, some characters tyrannized others or over others, tyrannized over others. So in Animal Farm, you'll see in the beginning human beings were the supreme rulers, and after that pigs took control and Napoleon was the dictator. In the Chrysalids also the government and the rules and Joseph Storm, okay, all of them control other members of the society. Both novels starts with dreams that were very significant for the plot. So in Animal Farm, the very beginning was the dream of David, in which he dreamed of the city with planes and cars and lights and so on. And of course this affected the plot after that, because as you know, he was told not to tell about this dream. He asked Uncle Axel about this city he saw in his dream. Later on, near the end, he heard the description of this city that existed somewhere in the world in reality, and at the end finally he visited the city and went to live in it. In Animal Farm, so in the Chrysalids also, I'm sorry, in Animal Farm, it starts also with a dream. Old Major told everyone that he had a dream and he wanted to tell about it. So all the animals gathered. This gathering for the dream was the beginning of the rebellion. Although the dream itself was not that important, but the meeting itself was very much important, and the dream was like attraction for animals to attend the meeting. In both novels there were battles defending existence and ideologies. So in Animal Farm, the animals had like two battles against human beings, defending their existence and ideology of animalism. In the Chrysalids, the French and the Wagner people had these battles and attacks, defending each one of them, defending his existence or their existence. At the end, the Sealand woman has stopped the battle between the Waknak and the French and actually killed all of them for the existence of the telepathic group. Also, in both novels, most members of society blindly follow their leaders. You'll find this in Animal Farm. Most of the animals follow leaders blindly. If you remember, Boxer would always say, if Napoleon said so, Napoleon is always right. In the chrysalids, most members of the society have to follow the traditions, have to follow the rules set by the society for purity and against mutiny, against mutation. Okay, now with contrasting. Contrasting, we'll see the differences between them. So in the nature of the novel, Animal Farm is satire because the writer criticizes his society or society in general. It is allegoric because it is symbolic. We always say this character stands for that person in history, and this society stands for that country, and so on. And also it's a fable because in fable animals talk and act like human beings, and there is a moral lesson at the end. The Chrysalids, on the other hand, is a science fiction and a post-apocalyptic. Okay? It is like a novel written, or a novel describes a situation after a great war, after a great destruction of the world. And it's science fiction because it talks about something that will happen in the future. Animal Farm takes place in England, nearly between the 1920s and 1940s, nearly. So this is the setting, okay, of Animal Farm. And the setting of Chrysalids, we can say Canada, and in the future after a nuclear war. So this is the difference between them. The similarity is that we are dealing with farmlands or farms, but the place is different, the time is different. In Animal Farm, the conflict is mainly between the pigs' interests and the principles of animalism. After Old Measure, the pigs put his teachings into 7 commandments. Then, little by little, the pigs alter and change the 7 commandments for their interests. Okay, whenever they want something and it contradicts with 7 commandments, they change the 7 commandments. And the animals, of course, ignorant, oblivious, they forget a lot, so they are easily handled. In the Chrysalid, the conflict is between a rigid society that wants to stick to some principles and a changing world. So it is between this society and the changing world. A society has to be flexible, accept change as long as it is useful and lawful, and it does not harm others, and it does not contradict with the basic good morals. In Animal Farm, Christianity is considered by the leaders of society as a way to calm the suffering citizens down, as we see from their treatment to Moses. They don't believe what he says, but they allow him to live because he's saying and his stories calm the animals down. gives them the only hope they can try to find, because in life pigs will not give them what they want, will not make their life easy. So okay, it's better if they think that in the hereafter they will be better. In the Chrysalis, the society tries hard to stick to the Christianity they know. They know the Christianity from not the Bible but from the Nicholas book, and from the principles written or set after the war, after the survivors gather again and write this book. So there's difference here between approaching religion. The end of Animal Farm is not a happy one for the good characters, because the pigs took control, they became like human beings, all 7 commandments were changed, no hope of any change. The end of Chrysalis is a happy one for the good characters only, because the other characters died, became extinct. So the telepathic group, and not all of them of course, those who survived, David, Rosalind, Petra, we can say Michael, Rachel, and of course the Sealand country, they will have a happy end, but the others of course died. So this is like a quick comparison, or quick comparing and contrast between Animal Farm and the Chrysalis. I know you brilliant students can get more ideas, so I will have like a discussion room for you, and I want to read your brilliant ideas about comparing and contrasting. Okay, waiting for your new ideas. Good luck.